Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. My beloved brothers and sisters, today we are going to speak about something very close to our daily lives, yet many people ignore it. Animals are not just creatures walking on this earth. They are signs of Allah's mercy, power and wisdom. Islam teaches us kindness toward every living being. Even a small act of mercy toward an animal can become a reason for forgiveness from Allah. But at the same time, there are certain behaviors connected to animals that can remove peace and blessings from our homes. Rizq does not only mean money. Rizq includes happiness, health, peace, good children, halal income and barakah in life. Cats are among the most beloved and gentle animals found in many homes around the world. In Islam, kindness toward cats reflects a heart filled with mercy, compassion, and care for Allah's creation. A person who treats animals with love often develops softness in character, patience in behavior, and peace within the heart. When a cat enters a home, many people notice a calm and comforting atmosphere. The presence of such a peaceful creature reminds believers about the beauty of mercy in everyday life. A Muslim should understand that every living creature is created by Allah with wisdom and purpose. Even the smallest act of kindness toward an animal is seen and rewarded by Allah. Giving food to a hungry cat, providing water during hot weather, or protecting a weak animal from harm are all acts that carry spiritual value. Mercy shown to animals is never wasted. Allah loves those who are kind and compassionate to His creation. Many homes today are filled with stress, anger, arguments, and emotional distance between family members. Sometimes people become so busy with worldly matters that they forget tenderness and care. Animals, especially cats, can help soften hearts. Children who grow up caring for cats often learn responsibility, patience, and empathy. They begin to understand that living beings deserve protection and kindness. This creates a better environment inside the home and strengthens family relationships. Cats are also known for their cleanliness and calm nature. A clean and peaceful environment is loved in Islam because purity and cleanliness are connected to faith. A house that values cleanliness, mercy, and gentle behavior becomes a place where peace and blessings grow. People often search for happiness in wealth and material things, yet true peace begins with a calm heart and a merciful attitude. Sometimes believers ask why they feel no barakah in their lives, even when they work hard every day. The answer may not always be connected to money. Barakah increases through obedience to Allah, good manners, helping others, and showing mercy to every creation. A simple act like feeding a hungry cat may seem small to people, but it can become huge in the sight of Allah. Allah does not only look at wealth or appearance, He looks at sincerity and the condition of the heart. A person who is gentle with animals is usually gentle with people as well. Mercy spreads from the heart into the home, into relationships, and into society. Harshness, cruelty, and anger remove peace, while compassion brings comfort and emotional healing. Even during difficult times, caring for another living creature can remind a believer about gratitude and responsibility. Islam teaches balance, kindness, and respect for life. A cat may appear to be a simple animal, but the lessons connected to mercy and compassion are powerful. Every believer should try to increase kindness in daily life because mercy attracts the mercy of Allah. Homes filled with compassion, patience, and remembrance of Allah become homes filled with light, peace, and endless blessings. Sheep hold a special place in Islamic tradition because they remind believers about sacrifice, humility, obedience, and halal provision. Throughout history, caring for sheep was connected to simplicity and responsibility. Many righteous people and prophets spent time tending animals, teaching humanity that leadership begins with patience, service, and compassion. Looking after sheep requires calmness, attention, and consistency, which are qualities every believer should develop in life. The story of sacrifice teaches Muslims one of the greatest lessons in faith. True obedience means trusting Allah even when something feels difficult. When believers remember the spirit of sacrifice, they understand that real success is not only about collecting wealth, but about pleasing Allah through sincerity and generosity. During times of sacrifice and charity, families come together. Food is shared with neighbors and the poor, and hearts become united. This creates love, unity, and barakah within society. Halal rizq is one of the greatest blessings a person can receive. Many people today chase money without caring whether it is earned in a halal or haram way. Islam teaches that even a small amount of halal income carries more peace and blessings than large amounts gained through dishonesty. The sheep symbolizes lawful earnings, gratitude, and sharing with others. A believer should always seek rizq through honest work, fairness, and trust in Allah. When meat is distributed among the needy, hungry families feel remembered and valued. Charity removes selfishness from the heart and increases blessings in wealth. Some people fear that giving to others will decrease their money, but Allah promises increase for those who spend sincerely for His sake. A home where people feed others, help the poor, and support relatives becomes a home filled with mercy and happiness. The sheep also teaches humility. It is a gentle animal that follows guidance calmly. In the same way, believers should avoid arrogance and pride. Arrogance destroys relationships and removes peace from the heart. A humble person earns respect, while a proud person often loses the love of people around them. Islam encourages simplicity because simplicity protects the soul from greed and showing off. Families today are facing many problems because people compare their lives constantly with others. Social media has increased jealousy and competition for status. People feel pressure to display wealth, luxury, and success, even when they are struggling internally. The lesson of sacrifice reminds believers that true honor comes from obedience to Allah, not from impressing people. Children should also be taught the importance of gratitude and sharing from a young age. When they see their parents helping others and speaking about halal rizq, they grow up understanding the value of compassion and honesty. A family that eats halal, earns halal, and gives charity experiences a special kind of peace that cannot be purchased with money. Allah places blessings in homes where gratitude exists. Even simple meals become enough when there is barakah. Even small earnings become beneficial when they are halal. The lesson connected to sheep is not only about an animal, it is about living a life based on sacrifice, humility, honesty, and care for others. A believer who understands these values walks through life with contentment, trust in Allah, and hope for eternal reward. Horses have long been admired for their beauty, strength, loyalty, and discipline. In Islamic teachings, they are associated with honor, courage, and dignity. Throughout history, horses were companions during journeys, struggles, and important missions. Their presence represented readiness, determination, and noble character. The qualities found in a strong horse also contain important lessons for believers who wish to live with purpose and discipline. A horse does not become powerful without training. It develops strength through patience, guidance, and consistent effort. In the same way, a believer cannot build good character overnight. Spiritual growth requires self-control, prayer, patience, and commitment. Many people today want success without effort, peace without worship, and blessings without obedience. But true growth happens when a person trains the soul to stay firm during both easy and difficult times. Discipline is one of the greatest qualities a Muslim can develop. A disciplined believer protects prayers, controls anger, avoids harmful habits, and remains honest even when tempted by worldly gains. Just as a horse follows direction with focus and balance, believers should direct their lives according to the guidance of Allah. Without discipline, people become controlled by desires, emotions, and distractions. Modern life is filled with endless distractions. Social media, entertainment, laziness, and negative influences consume people's time and weaken their focus. Many individuals have dreams and goals, but they lack consistency. The lesson connected to horses teaches that strength comes through regular effort. Success in life, studies, work, and spirituality all require patience and determination. Courage is another powerful lesson represented by horses. A believer must face challenges with faith and trust in Allah. Fear often stops people from making good decisions, speaking the truth, or changing their lives for the better. Some fear failure, while others fear criticism from society. But courage means continuing the journey while trusting Allah's plan. A horse moves forward with confidence and energy. Likewise, believers should avoid hopelessness and negative thinking. Islam teaches optimism and reliance upon Allah. Even when life becomes difficult, a Muslim should continue making effort while believing that Allah's help can arrive at any moment. Parents also play an important role in teaching discipline and responsibility to children. A child who grows up with structure, prayer, respect, and good manners becomes stronger emotionally and spiritually. Families should encourage healthy habits, time management, honesty, and patience. Homes that raise children with discipline often become homes filled with peace and respect. Honor and dignity are also important lessons connected to horses. A believer should protect personal character and avoid actions that bring shame or regret. Good manners, respectful speech, honesty, and humility raise a person's status in the sight of Allah and among people. True dignity is not found in expensive possessions or popularity, but in righteousness and good character.